So lately, I've been thinking about what are the issues with how I'm thinking while I play. And I've noticed that I haven't been questioning what's my role while I play. So I'll be talking a bit more about how that's going to help me in future games. And I kind of had this realization while watching this film back. So let's get right into it. So off rip, I'm going for
Spike
this overshield,
obtained.
and luckily end up getting it without much of a
Grapple
fight.
shot
And I'm just
obtained.
gonna sit at the 50 line and try to see where these guys are at because they didn't go for overshield for some reason. It's a slow start, but I know that this guy is in the corner, so I'm gonna try to pick up the pace and
Irresistible
try to get a
force,
kill on him.
meet object.
That was awesome.
Fortunately, I got weak by the guy in the den, so unfortunate, but shit happens. I'm just going to let this play out until I get to my first death so we can talk a bit about that. And this happens right here. Um, I'm just going to play it out, show you how I died, because I don't even make it to this door. So
Gain the
that's what's
lead.
most embarrassing about it. It feels like a newbie death. It was like I made myself too easy to be killed. So what could I have done better? So we know that we were killed by a player from top tree. So the best route I could make is probably just hang out near the truck area. That's just the fastest way to be in almost like a 50-50 with the guy that's on tree. So I don't really there's no reason for me to jump up on this jump up ledge. Like I see my teammates already up there. So I'm not sure what that's doing for my team here. Maybe I'm thinking I'll push up with my teammates so we're all on the same page. But that makes my role as a player the same as the other two teammates that I have already fulfilling that role. So you're not really filling in a blank. You're kind of just doing what they're doing and just hoping that that works. But the issue is if no one's watching the flank, you're going to be shot in the back, and that's exactly what happens here. Like as soon as I jump up on this crate, you could say that I'm making a misplay. I could run to the lockers and um, try to basically stay alive as long as possible. But the best thing I could have done is just hung out in the truck area and shot at the guys at rockets and shot at the guy at the tree, because at standing on top of truck allows you to kind of watch anyone leaving the tree area and anyone who's hanging out on the rocket side. So again, don't do the same thing as your teammates are doing. You kind of need to
Gain the
just
lead.
help them without doing the exact same thing that they are doing. The fuck is that? All R? That's so annoying. So I have a bit of a slow start here. So I end up seeing a guy in their locker area, which is directly across from me. And I make the choice to push him because he's more weak than I am. Therefore, I have an advantage. And it turns around. There's a reversal going on. And what's funny is sometimes you don't even have to move in this game. You can kind of just hold your position and watch what that enemy is going to do. I end up uh, fucking up a grapple and missing my shot, and then I end up getting chased. So the chaser ends up becoming the chased here. So you'll see how it turns out and why I should have just stayed where I'm at, where you see me right now. So see, he's one shot, I miss a shot, I grapple towards him for whatever reason, and now I'm kind of trapped here. When you're close to this wall, they have to come out like he's doing right now, which is kind of a good thing because your teammate can clean up. But if you're trying to survive and like have a higher kill death ratio in Slayer, that's not how you do it. Okay, so I got this spawn over by the rocket side. And one thing that I'm starting to learn about rocket side when you're in solo queue is that when you're on top of the top of rockets, it's so easy to get spawned on behind you in Slayer. So they can be at the bridge behind you where you spawned. So you're gonna get shot in the back a lot of the time when when you go top rockets. Like in my opinion, it seems like going under rockets and just pushing the base is a better play because you're kind of going for like a lurk play and you're not really on top of the map looking down on people. Um, it's not really the way I enjoy playing, but it just seems like that's how you play this area in solo queue. Because as soon as I get on top of rockets here, you'll notice that
We're flying now.
I get shot so easily. So I just try to take over this guy's overshield,
Thrusters acquired.
and luckily we're able to get an assist on that. And I spawn in the exact same spawn twice, and you're gonna see me go to the top of rockets and start getting melted, like as soon as I'm up here. So they have some sort of like lurk guy on the bottom of the map, and I end up getting like 4 shot, just completely melted by one guy on the bottom of the map. And it kind of looked like I cleared that area in a sense, like I could see no one was down bottom center. And then what do you know? This guy just comes out of nowhere. But that would have never happened had I just stayed on the bottom, like more towards the shotgun area, and controlled that area of the map, or pushed the base from bottom, or climbed up to the den or the bar, and that would have given me like a higher probability chance of staying alive than being on top rockets, where anyone can anyone on the map can basically see you there. So I don't really recommend being on top of there for very long. So this is one of my bigger plays of the game, and I'm using that term very loosely. I end up getting 3 kills this life, and then I push up in the wrong direction. Again, I should be staying in the area that you see me in now, but after getting an angle on this guy top rockets, I should fall back to this area so I don't get peeked by 2 players, one from tree and one from bar. And again, this comes into play of just like not running too much around the map aimlessly. You kind of just want to hold down a position. So we'll see how that works out here. So right now I'm doing fine holding down a position. I end up seeing that this guy's in the bar. He's pushing my weak teammate, and he chased a little too hard there.
Double kill.
That guy down low ends up dying. He killed my teammate, and then I see my teammate died on rockets, so I look over there and clean up the guy with the rockets. This, I should not be holding forward like this. I should go back to my lockers where I was before. Because if you think about it, right, you do not want somebody peeking you from the bar, and then you don't want the guy in tree to come and clean you up. And I mean, look at how they play this perfectly. It's almost like they were coordinated, but it doesn't take very much skill once you think about it. It's just like, it seems like a given, and you'll see how they play this well. So that was their play, and it ended up working out. It wouldn't have worked had I been in my lockers, so just something to keep in mind here. All right, what I wanted to show you guys is how effortless it is to
Irresistible
use
force,
the needler
meet
up close,
object.
and how you just need to run away instead of praying that you land a perfect 4-shot. So I see that this guy crosses left
Gain
using the
the
grapple,
lead.
and I'm like second guessing myself, like, is he on the right?
Way to
But I missed my
victory.
last shot,
Double kill.
and he ends up just easily killing me with the needler. So I should have fallen off the bridge there instead of holding forward on that guy as soon as I knew that he was using the needler. He actually killed my teammate just moments before that, and if you're looking at the kill feed, you'll know that this guy definitely has a needler and that you need to play accordingly. Another thing that I noticed in this game is you can't run past the blast radius of grenades like you could in earlier Halos. So sometimes you just need to fall back instead of holding forward on people. And you'll see how I have the upper hand in this upcoming fight, and I'd lose because I hear the grenade come out, and instead of backing up, I just hold forward on him. It's like you would think that the blast radius wouldn't hit me, but it does, and I got reversaled because of it. And this guy's actually missing his first 2 shots before that nade comes out, so it's pretty effortless for him. So these are my last few kills of the game, so we'll just let this play out, and I'll talk a bit about them. See my teammates making somebody weak. Maybe I can get a cleanup. I do. And I hear the guy under me actually like make a groaning sound like he was hit by that nade. He was just hardly hit, but I end up finessing around that pillar and
Double kill.
kill him before he
M41
can kill me with
Spanker
that Mangler
available.
combo.
Spike grenades acquired.
I've been doing a lot of just peek shooting lately on this map, like kind of pre-aiming and then peeking quickly and just kind of just pre-firing, just not even like registering that the guy's there, just assuming he's there. Because your teammates can push in like we're doing now.
Double kill. Gain the lead.
That guy's just
never
like
stop
completely
believing,
oblivious. I was actually really confused, like, is this guy throwing right now? While that was going on. Basically just making these guys weak and making sure that guy stays back, and I know this guy's one shot, and I end up cleaning him up for the final kill there. It was like a 8-kill comeback. But yeah, I mean, that game was all about how you can start off very shitty. I mean, look at this. I basically went on a death spree in the beginning of the game, and then the game really slowed down here, and then I started to pull it back towards the end. It's like Slayer is a game of killing sprees, basically. Like your whole beginning of your match almost doesn't matter because you could go on a killing spree. It's like you're never really out of the game until the game ends. So just keep that in mind. It's like if you need to keep a positive mental when you play. It's kind of just like, yeah, shit can happen in the beginning, but you can always turn it around later. It just happens like that in this game. So keep that in mind while you're playing, and make sure you're questioning off spawn, like, what's my role? What do I have to do for my team right now? Because a lot of the time, it's not just following and hand-holding your team. So just keep that in mind, and I hope it works out for you in your games.